Yep, we're off. It's been a while now, hasn't it? Nearly 4 weeks. What? 4 weeks, isn't it? But I've been away for a week. So it's 4 weeks since we last done the last one. You know, how we're going to start the video with this, really. Well, that usually comes in threes. You know, we've had van issues, car issues, roof issues. It always comes in threes, doesn't it? Everybody says it, it's true, isn't it?
Yes.
So, anyway, we're coping with that. Not everything's done, but at least we're mobile again, and you're mobile again. So we've got that out of the way. My holiday, yeah, enjoyed it. Really nice and relaxed, food we make it. And it didn't cost a lot, that's what I like. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Suffolk. Went to Norfolk, Norwich. First time I've been to that Norwich city.
Is it?
Yeah, have you been?
Oh yeah, I've been a few times.
That's first time.
Yeah.
It was pissing down with rain.
Well, when I stayed at Stanton and that, used to Faking and Norwich or whatever, sort of travel out that way.
No,
went to Great Yarmouth and that.
Oh yeah, I've been to Great Yarmouth.
I didn't rate it, to be honest with you.
No.
But it was shite.
Well, my mum used to take us when we were kids. Yeah, I think it was North Deans or South Deans Caravan Park.
Yeah.
But it were always Yarmouth.
Well, it seemed alright.
It was alright when I was a kid, but
it was alright.
When I went as a grown up, sorry.
Yeah.
Go on,
no, I'm just saying it was alright on front, but it was proper shit all behind the back.
Right.
You know what I mean? The fronts were okay because it reminded me a bit of Blackpool on front.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, I'm not knocking people who live in Great Yarmouth, but you'd have thought, because Norfolk in general is quite a nice county,
yeah.
You'd have thought they'd pumped some money into it and tidied it up.
Right.
But that's just my view.
Yeah, I went last time I went was about 10 years ago when Dave and Jean come with us.
Yeah.
I didn't rate it.
Yeah.
So, no. That's when I go to Bredos to get here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, North Norfolk's nice, like from Stanton around to Cromer and that. That's really nice. And then obviously you got infills inland and that. It's quite a nice county. It's not bad.
Yeah, we were at Lowestoft.
Lowestoft, yeah.
Lowestoft, we were there. It was one of them Warner hotels.
Yeah.
But this one, instead of rooms being in the big castle building type things they have, they were like chalets outside. 250 on that property, 55 acres it was huge. We were right at back, you know. I saw loads of nature.
Yeah.
And they have archery. I've done archery before, but this time we went up shooting range, pellet guns.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoyed that. We went to South Wold. I told you about that South Wold.
Yeah.
Well, there were like one street with shops in, and most of them were second-hand shops.
Especially because
second-hand shops, you know, charity shops.
Yeah.
I mean, she went in them, I went in them, because it was freezing. I only went in them for warm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just stood looking at stuff for the ad, you know what I mean? While she searched through books.
Yeah.
Well, wow.
It's nice.
They want an arm and a leg for stuff out of a charity shop. I went, wow. Just like a band cheaper in Doncaster. Right. So, well, she managed to pick a couple of books up. Chuffing reads books. God, she must go through 3 or 4 a week. You know.
Well, like I say, because there's probably no residents live there, obviously they just call it tourists when they get dropped off at the coach.
So we go down High Street, ends up at seafront. There's a promenade, is it? Promenade, whatever you call them at Seaside. Yeah, we're a footpath.
Are you sure you weren't promenading up front, she said, like?
Well, it were a footpath, wide. I went, what? And they were all like rented bed and breakfast, or you can rent this accommodation. And I thought, well, why would anybody come here? There's no. Right? But there were a pier in distance, so we walked up towards pier. There were no on pier. I was like, wow, dropped us off for 3 hours. Well, you have time to kill. You know, that's when I went into that coffee. Coffee. Went into a cafe. He wanted a cup of tea. I said, I'll have a cup of coffee.
Well, it might be cold. Yeah.
She said, grab that table, so I grabbed it. And she said, she's going to sort him out, right? And she comes back, she went, come on, we'll have to go. I went, what do you mean? We'll have to go. Right. She said, they don't take cash. They don't take credit cards. I went, what, in this cafe? And it was just a cafe. I went, they don't take cash. She went, no cash. And I ain't got my card.
It could have been worse.
So I said, well, I've got my card. I said, we can't go to I said, we've still got another hour and a half before Coach comes back. I said, there's nowhere else to go. And it's warmer in here.
Yeah, but it could have been worse. Could have been crypto. I didn't take crypto,
Well, that's
mate.
true, yeah, we didn't take crypto, mate. You know what I mean? Wow. Yeah, it was one of them. I went, God, the world's going mad in here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a luxurious cafe, it was a cafe like we got round here, you know what I mean? I thought, God,
Yeah.
I don't take cash.
Yeah.
Well, I said, I'm not going out here in cold. I'll get it on, I've got my credit card here. His number, you know what I mean? Sort it like. So I made a cup of coffee lasted an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was straight across the road basically, where Coach was coming back to pick us up. So we didn't have far to, go. Once I finished my coffee and he pulled up, I walked out. Well, I'd finished the coffee about an hour before, like, I was gossiping, killing time.
Well, he might have dropped you off, you see, Coach bloke, because he might be going to see his fancy woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a few hours. Drop him off there.
Well, yeah. Oh. Everybody was saying the same thing when they were getting back on. Here we go. Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? And they were going, no. Half-heartedly, you could see it. And, a couple of said, oh, we've just been in pub. The only one pub.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been in pub, like.
Yeah. The only pub in the village.
Killing time, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sue gets on and he says to her, what do you think of it, Sue? She went, it's the most boringest place I've ever been to. I thought, go on, girl, you tell them. Yeah. She went, why anybody would want to come here on holiday, they must be out of their minds. Yeah, Southwold.
What's he say?
Hey?
What's he say like? What do you want for now?
Oh, yeah, what do you want? Yeah, because you didn't cost us, yeah. One of them extras. Oh, I said to her, I wish I'd have stopped back at hotel. We could have gone back on archery or something, you know what I mean?
Oh, tell me.
It's swimming
Go on, tell a story.
Steam room.
It's something like you've seen like Little Britain or something. Tell a story about this woman you want about with wheelchair.
Oh, right, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we go shooting, right? And it's an indoor shooting range. It's like a great big massive polytunnel, basically, with bulls, right? And then them air rifles, you fill it with a compressor. There's none of that breaking the barrel in half, roll out. Right?
Yeah.
So, I thought, right, I've got a pretty good eye, you know what I mean? So I'll have a bit of competition, we'll go for targets, right? So it's got telescopic sights. I mean, targets no more than 25, 30 yards at most.
Yeah.
Down gallery, sort of thing. Right. I could see clearly, you know what I mean? I've gone. There's like a little blue bullseye. Right, but right in the centre of that is a number 6.
Yeah.
Because it's got like 6 rings, So it's blue, white, red, white, blue, white, blue, whatever it is. So I've gone pop, pop, pop. You have 3 places that way. So I've gone pop, pop, pop. Straight into the middle target. Right, she said, oh, well, because she said we'd have a little competition. I thought, I'll piss this. It's so useless because of the cataract, which is having done now. Well, surely. She couldn't even see it crossing. The woman said to her, Sandra called her, right, she said, well, if it's no good, right, because she's right-handed, same as me, if it's no good on the, try on your left side. Well, rifle will point you up in here. Anyhow, out these like 10 people on this thing, and there's only like 5 booths, so it's like 2 lots, you have to wait your turn,
Yeah.
outside when we're queuing up to go in,
Yeah.
this old bloke comes up. This old biddy, like way into the 80s, and she comes with one of them like Zimmer frame things you walk with.
Yeah.
It's on a wheel, and
Yeah.
she holds on it, and there's a seat for her to rest, right? It comes down, I thought, wow, what are they doing here, type of thing, you know what I mean? Well, so I've shot,
Yeah.
and I looked at my target, and looking at others, I thought, well, I'll piss this. Anyway, next find book, which includes old lady, right, with his Zimmer frame thing. Well, she comes back, and I went, I said, look at your target, love. Wow, wow, wow. You know, there was 6 right in the middle. Right. It looks as though she's just shot lots.
Yeah.
I've missed the other 2. But
Yeah.
no, because they all were that big round it. All 3. Right. So, and then second round, what? You had to, they're all numbered from outer circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to that middle thing, right?
Yeah.
So you have to shoot number 1, number 2, and it's in a line from top to centre, right?
Yeah.
So I put mine. I was just fraction out. I got 2 in one circle where it should have been in other circle.
Yeah.
Fraction out. Where the line was, I told you, all like a little bit to right or a little bit to left at line, but still quite a good line from top to bottom. I thought, right, let's see you match that then. Wow, 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 wow. I'm telling you, when she come back with hers, I said, let's have a look. I went, we, Jesus Christ, you could have put a ruler on it. It was that straight.
Yeah.
You couldn't make this shit up, honestly, mate. And I'm saying to Sue, have you seen her target? Well, she come from a farming background, so she's done shooting, as farmers do.
Unfortunately, there's no one
That's
to
just
get your
telephone message going.
Thank you.
Right, and she's done shooting. She's done a bit of pistol shooting in her time, but not for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Wow, man. What a shot she won.
Yeah.
What she won. Way above us all. She won it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, little competition. Yeah, yes, she won it. But you couldn't make it up, mate. It was just an old granny on a Zimmer frame.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you actually enjoyed holiday in total then?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the facilities, it's quite a big pool. Biggest jacuzzi I've ever seen. We're in that.
Great.
Yeah. I've been to loads of hotels in abroad and I mean jacuzzi. This jacuzzi was massive. Right, you get about 30 people in it, you're in one of them.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
They had such saunas and steam rooms.
Yes.
I went to sauna once.
Yes.
I'm not into that dry steam room. Loved it. Spent half an hour, come out, showered off, bit on lounger,
Yeah.
bit in pool, back in steam room, because we had Wednesday free. Right, we won't go in anywhere. It's just facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Food was mega. Absolutely mega.
Yeah, it makes it that, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it was
the thing
mega,
is,
and it was plentiful.
I mean, you can stay in the nicest place or whatever, but if food's rubbish, it just spoils the holiday.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, so yeah, that was the story with that old woman. Like, you couldn't make it up. What a shot!
this might be a crack shot assassin, eh?
I wish I took a picture of her. Really, because you just go, you're making it up. You're making it up. Picture of her and a target. Her holding a target. Yeah, I should have done that. Wow, put me to shame. Yeah, and I thought it was mine. I thought, well, I should mind this time. No, wow. Yeah, she went, well, you're not bad though, you're very good. I went, oh, thank you. A compliment from her. I went, oh, thank you. Yeah, so one of them. Yeah. And then obviously there were loads of chat, you know. People, they're all in night tables, twos, me and Sue were on 2 tables, and there's 4 with couples going together, up to 6, you know, on a table. So you know how you get chatting on coaches and stuff to people. But they're all on about the world, how mad it was, how mad it's become. It is upside down, isn't it, world?
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
just
is, yeah.
any old shit coming out.
Well, there's all sorts
Right.
happening, isn't there?
All sorts,
All at
yeah.
the same time. Which it does anyway, but I know what you mean. It seems to be more publicised,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people mention, because hotel I showed you, that were all cashless as well.
yeah,
You have to show your credit card when you got there,
yeah.
like your booking account, and then it was settled at
And, yeah,
the end of your stay sort of thing.
yeah,
Quite a few people mention that.
yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter where you go. Same as when I went on ship
Yeah,
of the month.
yeah,
It were all credit card.
yeah.
Nobody wants cash anymore.
No,
It's a shame, isn't it? But what gets me, which I was speaking to people, I said to them, you know, but this is third year on a trot,
yes,
right? More people have used cash
yeah,
than they've ever used for the last decade or more. Yet there's still the firms and the businesses are still trying to shove it down your neck to cashless.
yeah. I mean, this thing that's happened with Barclays and what
The
Santander,
Glitch, yeah. Santander,
and Barclays, is it?
Barclays,
But
a
just
couple of others.
I mean, the thing is, it just illustrates the point. I mean, you know, it's, you know, you need to pay for something, and the system just sort of crashes down, whatever your thoughts on it are, and you know, you're in that funny position, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, they couldn't get the cash out.
They could get, yeah,
And then that stupid statement, what one of them come out,
yeah,
and they went, how do you expect us to go and get the groceries? They went, go to food bank.
yeah,
What is that as a statement? You know, he
yeah,
or she who come out with that,
yeah,
they should be sacked tomorrow.
yeah. It should be, yeah.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
statement to come out with.
I mean, I've known it happened in a supermarket as well. Or probably, what we call one specifically, supermarket. What obviously machines went down. There's some glitch or whatever, and then all of a sudden, you know, we only accept cash. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen? I mean,
Yeah,
you
that
got-
was last year.
yeah, but you get like prices. I know, like IKEA and that. I think they only accept card. Can you imagine being in IKEA, coming out of IKEA, trying to pay, and computers go down, and then they turn around and say, we only accept card. We're only accepting cash.
Yeah.
Well, why change your minds if you've got this strong belief in this technology, just paying by a card? I'm on about the IKEA now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's double standards.
Yeah, it is.
They'll go along with it, and then when the machine breaks down on them, they expect everybody to have cash at hand.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So there were a lot of that conversation.
Yeah,
Because obviously, you know, the trips that me and Sue go on,
Yeah.
they're our age or older,
yeah,
you know. So I don't expect, right, a lot of that conversation what me and you have
yeah,
with them, but it seems to be the old ones that seem to be more aware of it than the young ones.
yeah. Because
Right, they're entering. It's like these QR codes. They will mention QR
Yeah.
codes. Well, young ones realising it. Keep scanning them. You're just entering a digital prison, aren't you? You're putting yourself in a digital prison.
basically, yeah,
You know, that's
yeah. I mean, some people might argue, well, it's safer to have that than carry cash, because obviously you can get mugged and that. But you know, it's in my view anyway, it's a weak argument. That, I mean,
yeah.
it's just the thing is with the next generation, you see, they'll not know any different.
No, they don't.
The
That's
thi-
why they like to capture them when they're young.
Well, that's the thing. When you speak to older generation, they've got a reference point to make reference to. They know what was.
They know
where they are.
how it used to be
Yeah,
and how it's become.
yeah,
Yeah, they've got a reference point.
yeah. They've got a reference point or something to reference.
Yeah.
Where if you're born into something, you don't know any different.
No, you don't.
So kids are born into technology,
Yeah,
or
they are.
like you say, Apple Pay or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're very good
Not
at it.
advertising, by the way, just illustrating the point.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, they don't pay you for
Yeah,
advertising
they don't
on,
pay,
thi-
yeah,
on
so-
this on
yeah.
this podcast, mate.
yeah. So
No.
they don't know any different.
No.
And kids are just born into something.
That's it.
They don't know any different. So 20, 30, 40 years from now, they'll not know any different.
No.
Cash will just be something for history books.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Same as your credit cards. It'll be a thing at past because they're all phone, aren't they?
Yeah.
Payment by phone, this
Well,
by
it's like
phone.
checks. People, some, you know, I suppose generation just below me refers to checks as an archaic way of actually
Yeah,
paying.
the dark ages.
You know what I mean? But you know,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's how it operates. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's all that nonsense, and oh, there's a lot to talk about that as well. Net zero.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
There's Milliband and all them
yeah,
windmills, you know,
yeah.
solar panel farms instead of cows, solar panels.
Yeah.
There was a lot of conversation about that. It's all nonsense, isn't it?
It's just whatever. It is what
It's
it
just
is.
nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah, it is what it is.
But the powers what be made, there's lots of big books to be made. Right, for them, not for you or
Yeah.
me. They're making the money out of this garbage. And it's all subsidised by the likes of us, taxpayers.
Oh yeah, well any public
That's all the
infrastructure,
milk in, you know what I mean?
well any public infrastructure products are usually very costly, and somebody always benefits,
Yeah.
or the few, should I say.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, we went about it this morning, weren't we? Public projects, they're always on a budget.
And
Always.
it's not, like you said, it's not,
10%.
no, it's not 10%.
Well,
There's
that's
hundreds of percent of a budget.
Of a budget. Yeah, they
It's
might,
everything they do.
yeah, they might start out with something like 30 million, it ends up being 300 million.
Yeah,
Something.
exactly.
It's absolute garbage.
It's 10 times.
Yeah,
You know, the same as years ago. You remember we used to talk about it years ago with that Hollywood,
oh, Scottish
Scottish
Parliament.
Parliament.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, over budget.
Yeah.
Wow,
I think,
hundreds of billions of a
I think
budget.
Millennium Dome would say.
What for a
wouldn't it?
bamboo cane building?
It's like Millennium Dome, that would say. I mean, this HS2, where Mexborough is, the controversial issue where they bought a lot of state,
Yeah,
you know, where Earth Centre is.
Mm.
They bought it now, changed their mind.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
it's total waste of
Millions
money.
wasted already.
Yeah, total waste of money.
Just total. And that's how they're good at wasting money.
Oh, like, well,
Wow, they're proper professional. If you want anybody to waste money, employ government.
yeah, but the thing is, you see,
They
somebody
never
else-
make no
yeah.
money.
Well, they say waste of money, you see, but somebody's
Yeah.
waste is somebody's profit.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Wherever there's waste in public sector, somebody's gaining. You know what I mean?
That's how it operates, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, wow, it just gets daft. Absolutely daft.
But it is from when you're looking from the outside in,
Yeah.
but it's not from the inside
Inside
out.
out.
Do you know what I mean?
Because they're the ones what's benefiting.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
You know what I mean?
they think it's a fantastic idea.
Well, yeah, because the thing
well,
is,
you would do, wouldn't
yeah,
you?
but if you're making, you don't give a shit that people think, oh, you daft this, you daft that, you daft other. Who's the daft one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all in it.
It is. It's being made to look a bit of a clown, but behind the scenes you're having all public of her.
Yeah.
That's my view.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I all operate.
You don't mind being made a little bit of a clown if you're making millions of pounds.
No.
You know what I mean? Because people just think you're that stupid.
Yeah.
You're too stupid to make out of it, but really you're not. You're just creaming it for what you can get.
Yeah. And that's what's happening.
That's what happens, yeah.
It's like that land recently. That Ed Miliband, you know, that land for these solar panels. It's his mate.
it's a bit like- I know, but
he's
it's-
already got a company in it, Green.
Yeah, but they've
and
all-
he gives it to his mate.
The thing is, they've all got mates. It's a bit like that Matt
Well, they've
Hancock.
all got mates.
Yeah,
you
they've
know.
all got mates who and
Well, they've all got
with
buddies,
millions of
haven't they?
pounds, a bit like that Matt Hancock,
Well.
apparently.
Yeah, his buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, down at the pub.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you
Gets
go,
a
then.
fantastic contract. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you could be in that profession for years and years and years and not get a sniffle. And yet all of a sudden you're a pub landlord, you become an expert in something, you get a multi-million-pound contract.
That's it when you got good mates.
Yeah, well,
Can I have one, mate? Oh no, not the likes of you, Al.
well, that's the
how
thing,
it is,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
That's the thing with procuring in
Yeah.
public sector. They've got huge budgets, huge wastage.
Wow.
You're overpriced.
Yeah,
Somebody's getting kickbacks.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah. So it operates. Anyway, it's getting on.
yeah,
Doesn't it fly when we're doing these?
yeah,
So I want to do a little bit about boxing.
yeah.
Right. So we've had all the fights, you know.
Mm.
Fury lost again, didn't he? With Usyk. Said he's retired for I don't know how many times for a fight.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Might come back for a fight or two. But all we've got this weekend is told Derek Chisora. What a wild in. I told you about that. I think gloves are off or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
In that Wallington. He goes, how are you going to beat him? He went, I'm going to box him, outbox him. There he comes out, like, stares at him and goes, boxing? This ain't boxing. This is fighting. It's scrapping. I don't do boxing. I had to laugh. That Wally's like looking at him like blank. He's going, wow. Well, is he 40 now, isn't he?
Derek, yeah, I
40,
think he is,
40.
yeah.
Well, I think he's 41 this year. According with that podcast you're talking to Dylan White on phone I told you about.
Yeah.
41. Right, so this is his 49th fight, Saturday. You know me, I like Derek. You know, he's lost him out, I don't know, 11. But it don't matter, does he? He attracts audience, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's funny as well, I find him funny. He's daft as a brush sometimes, like, but funny. Well, I think he'll do 50.
Yeah.
It's going to be the last one in this country,
Yeah.
and he wants to fight 50th fight. Right, he wants to fight in Africa.
Yeah, I wonder if he
I
wants
hope he
to,
gets it.
I wonder if he wants to fight in Zimbabwe. That's where
Yeah,
it's
that's
from
it.
usually.
Yeah,
So
that's what he
might,
wants.
he might.
Oh
he
no,
might-
it was Zaire, wasn't it? He said he liked it.
Oh,
Yeah,
in Zaire.
at the same stadium which had been rebuilt.
Oh,
apparently, Walt Foreman and Ali
Oh, right, I
14
see. Right.
Rumble in the Jungle
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
That's what's rumoured. So I don't know.
There you
I
go.
like to see him get what he wants. He's been great for British boxing.
Yeah.
You know, with all his losses, don't matter when he loses. To me, I still like watching him. You know what I mean? He just goes in and gives it his all.
Yeah.
There's no style about him at all. He's just a slugger mugger, isn't he? But he's right when he says to Wallin, because I don't do boxing. You still haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, I'm going to watch it.
You watch it, man. It's funny. It's funny when he comes out with that. He goes, boxing? Don't do boxing. And they do scrapping, fighting, you know what I mean? Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave like 27 again.
Yeah, 27.
Wow.
Yeah.
Last word to
Yeah,
Marcus.
just enjoy your week.
Enjoy your week.
Enjoy your week.
Right, you know, mate, however your God or you perceive your God to be, so be it. Have a good time. Talk to you again soon. Bye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye bye.